Hello children, again I'm Ma'am Alunday, your science teacher, and today we are going to discuss another body system called respiratory system. This is the fourth body system that we are going to discuss. Here is the diagram of the respiratory system. We have the nasal cavity, the pharynx, the larynx, the trachea, the bronchi, and of course, the lungs. These are the main parts of the respiratory system. And the lung is the main organ of the respiratory system. Of course, I'm going to use a colored version of the respiratory system para mas madali ninyong malocate, ma-identify ang bawat parts, and at the same time, mas maintindihan ninyo kung anong trabaho ng bawat part of the respiratory system. So, I'll be using this picture or diagram of the respiratory system. And, of course, we need to know the function of the respiratory system. Ano ba yung trabaho ng system na ito? Its main function is the process of respiration. Again, respiration. Kung ang digestive system is digestion, ang respiratory system, children, is respiration. Now, what is this process of respiration? When we say respiration, tatlong bagay po ang nangyayari dyan. Una, intake of oxygen gas. Pagpasok ng oxygen gas sa ating katawan. Pangalawa, delivery to the cells. So pagpasok ni oxygen, kailangan ma-deliver siya sa ating cells. And then, once na-deliver pong oxygen sa ating mga cells, there should be the release of carbon dioxide. So that is the process of respiration. Intake of oxygen, delivery to the cells, and the release of carbon dioxide. So note, children, there are two gases involved in the respiration process. First is oxygen gas. Oxygen gas, it is the gas that we need. Ito yung kailangan nating gas. That's why kailangan siyang pumasok. Whereas, the second gas, carbon dioxide, is the gas that we don't need. Hindi siya kailangan, kaya considered siyang waste product ng ating katawan. So, the waste product of our body during the process of respiration is the carbon dioxide. Remember that, children. Now, let's continue. Let us discuss the path of air o yung dinadaanan ng ating oxygen gas pag pumapasok siya sa ating katawan. And take note, children, kung ano po yung dinadaanan ni oxygen gas pagpasok niya sa ating katawan, yan din po ang dadaanan ni carbon dioxide pabaliktad, okay? Palabas ng ating katawan. So, I will be using this diagram to trace the path of air. So, una-una, the air enters the nasal cavity, or the oxygen gas enters the nasal cavity. Okay. So what happened here? So in the nasal cavity, there is filtering of air with the help of nostrils and mucus. Nililinis yung hangin natin kasi yung hininga nating hangin, minsan may kasama mga alikabok yan. Okay? May makasamang dumi yan. So, kailang malinis yan pagpasok sa ating katawan. So, nangyayari yan sa nasal cavity sa tulong ng nostrils or yung buhok sa ating ilong. And then, may mucus din po doon sa ating ilong kaya yung hangin pumapasok ay medyo mamasa-masa. Okay? So, in the nasal cavity, there is filtering of air. Now, what happens next? Pag nakapasok na ang air sa nasal cavity, dadaan siya ng pharynx or the throat. Then, saan siya dadaan? Dadaan po siya ng larynx or sometimes known as the voice box. Pag dumadaan ng hangin dyan, alam nyo ba kung ano nangyayari? Nagva-vibrate po yung ating voice box. May dalawa pong vocal cord sa loob niyan. Nagva-vibrate po yan. That's why we can produce sound. So, that is larynx or voice box. Then, okay, saan napupunta yung hangin? Dadaan siya ng trachea. Okay, here, ito yung ring-like structure that is known as the trachea or sometimes known children as the windpipe. So, anong nangyayari sa hangin dyan? Patuloy pong lilinisin ni trachea ang hangin na pumapasok or dumadaan sa kanya. Kasi po, kung nakikita nyo sa ating drawing, unti-unti na po or malapit na siya sa lungs natin. So, sinisigurado lang po ni windpipe or ni trachea na ang papasok na hangin dito sa lungs ay siguradong malinis. So, that is in the trachea. Then, itong trachea na ito, kung nakikita nyo sa ating diagram or drawing, ayan, may dalawa pong branches yan or may dalawang sanga. Yan po ang bronchi. Ano po yung bronchi na yan? These are two tubes that carry air into the lungs. Diyan po dadaan ang hangin papunta sa lungs. Okay? Diyan po pupunta ang hangin or dadaan ang hangin papunta sa lungs, sa dalawang lungs natin. So that is bronchi. So this is your left lung and this is your right lung. Tama po kung nakaharap yung lungs sa inyo, no? So this is your left lung and this is your right lung. So, may dalawang tubes po dyan na nakakonect. Okay? So, ang tawag po dyan ay bronchi. Again, bronchi. Kung isa lang, bronchus. Padayuno natin. Let us trace the path of air. Ayan. So, nandito na siya sa bronchi. And then, itong bronchi na ito, children, or yung dalawang bronchi na yan or tubes, ay may maliliit pang sanga or lumiliit pa siya sa tinatawag na bronchioles. Okay, these are smaller tubes that branch off into the alveoli. Okay, so again, bronchi, and then paliit ng paliit, ang sanga nagiging bronchioles. And then sa bawat dulo na yan ay may alveoli. Okay? Yan yung sa loob na ng lungs Yung loob ng lungs natin nagsa-start sa bronchi, pagpapasok niya, and then bronchioles, and then pinakadulo niya ang tinatawag na air sacs or alveoli. Ayan, ito na yung pinakadulo ng ating lungs, the endpoint of the respiratory system. And dyan nangyayari ang exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Dito yan makikita sa pinakadulo ng bronchioles. Yan yung alveoli or air sacs. Again, dyan po nangyayari ang palitan ng carbon dioxide at oxygen gas. It happens between the alveoli and the capillaries. Diyan sa mga dulo ng lungs. That's why the lung is considered as the main organ of respiration because sa loob mismo ng lungs, diyan nangyayari ang exchange of gases. Ano nga ba yung dalawang gas na nag-exchange or nagpalitan? Oxygen gas and carbon dioxide. So, yung oxygen gas, papasok na, kukunin ni dugo, okay? And then, yung carbon dioxide, ibabalik sa lungs, okay? Ibabalik sa lungs, dadaan ng bronchioles, dadaan ng bronchi, dadaan ng trachea, larynx, pharynx, palabas ng nasal cavity. So kung ano yung dinaanan ni oxygen gas papasok hanggang sa pinakadulo na alveoli, nagpalitan na dyan ng gas, Yung oxygen maiiwan, yung carbon dioxide ilalabas. So, dadaanan niya rin yung dinaanan ni oxygen. Air sacs, bronchioles, bronchi, trachea, larynx, pharynx, and nasal cavity. Yan po ang process ng respiration. Ulitin ni Mama, yan po ang process ng respiration. At nangyayari lang po yan sa tulong ng body system na tinatawag na respiratory system. Pero children, mabilisan po yan ha. Hindi nga po umaabot ng 1 minuto itong process ng respiration. Pagpasok ni oxygen, magpapalitan sila ni carbon dioxide at ilalabas naman po siya ng ating katawan. And then yung oxygen na yan ay naiikot na rin po at natanggap na ng ating body cells. And of course, children, the process of respiration will not be possible without the help of this special muscle. This is the diaphragm. Okay, everybody say the word diaphragm. O kita nyo children, no, yung kanyang shape, no, parang naka-curve siya. So, respiration becomes possible only with the help of a dome-shaped muscle called the diaphragm. Makita nyo yan sa ilalim ng inyong lungs, no? Sa daghan ninyo, you can feel it, no? If you do the inhale and exhale process, mararamdaman nyo siya na umaakyat, bumababa siya. Oh, you try it, no? Okay? You inhale, sabay kayo sa akin. Inhale, na. Ayan, yung diaphragm niyan, children, gumagalaw. And then exhale. Ayan. So, ang diaphragm nyo, pag ito ang position nyo, children, ibig sabihin lumalabas ang oxygen. Ang carbon dioxide pala. Pero kapag nag-flat ito, okay, flat or straight lang siya, anong mangyayari? Ang oxygen pumapasok. So, tandaan nyo, pag nag-curve, ang carbon dioxide lumalabas, that is exhalation or breathing out. And then, kapag nag-flat itong diaphragm, that is inhalation or pagpasok ng oxygen gas. So, the diaphragm, children, controls your breathing or our breathing. So, paano ba yun nangyayari? For a clearer understanding of this, let's have this diagram. Okay? So, pag pumapasok ang air sa ating katawan, look at the lung cavity. Nag-expand siya. And then, the diaphragm goes down. It flattens and goes down. Pumapasok ang air. So, bakit lumalaki ang lung cavity? Para magbigay siya ng lugar, ng space sa papasok na hangin. So, it increases in volume so that ang air makapasok. Ngayon, look at the exhalation process or yung pagpalabas ng hangin or ng carbon dioxide. So, sa paglabas ng carbon dioxide or breathing out or exhalation, ayan, what happens to the diaphragm? It goes up. Okay? It is curved and it is going up. Then, what happened to your lung cavity? Lumiliit po and then lumalabas na yung carbon dioxide. Bakit siya lumiit? Kasi po, paliliitin niyo yung space kasi lalabas na yung gas or yung air na carbon dioxide. So again, breathing process or respiration process is made possible with the help of your diaphragm muscle. So, breathing out and breathing in is being aided by the diaphragm muscle. I hope na naintindihan yung role ni diaphragm sa respiratory system. So, to summarize our topic about the respiratory system, let us trace again the path of air. So, sometimes we use this different organs to trace the path of air. So, again, the air enters the nasal cavity. It passes through the pharynx, the larynx, trachea, bronchi, and into the lungs. Again, the lungs, the right and left lungs, are the organ or the main organ of respiration. Pwede rin po children na ganito yung magiging path of air. Mas detalyado to. Tingnan natin. Ayan. So, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and of course, ang pinakadulo ay ang alveoli. Kahit saan mang path ang gamitin nyo, it is still the same. Kasi po, children, ang bronchioles at ang alveoli ay part ng inyong lung. Na-specified lang dito ang dalawang parts na bronchioles and alveoli. But actually, grade 6 pupils, you can use the word lung here, okay, to replace bronchioles and alveoli. Itong klase ng tracing na ito, ginawa ko lang pong specific, hindi ko na-mention ang lungs, but actually, the lungs include bronchioles and alveoli. So these are the organs of the respiratory system and at the same time, the path of air. I hope children naintindihan ninyo ang respiration process as well as the different organs of the respiratory system. Again, I am Ma'am Alunday, your science teacher. Wishing you all good health, safety, and I hope ang science learning sa inyo would be fun. So thank you for viewing our videos and I hope you are learning. Thank you once again and God bless us all.